Hi friends, welcome. Finally, we're doing it, right? We're having the house tour of our brand new downsized house. We went from around 1,800 square feet to around 1,200 square feet. So that does make a huge difference. And you will see that in my home. There are a ton of different ways that I have had to challenge myself to declutter a little bit more to make this home feel more comfortable. And I absolutely love it. Wouldn't change it for the world. I can't believe that I'm standing here right now as a 36-year-old woman, almost 37, and I can say that I downsized. It was possible, and I'm actually much more comfortable with this size home. So let's start in the all-important living room. Okay, friends, welcome to our living room. Let's start over here in this first corner. So as you can see, we have a frame TV that's brand new. We never had one before. We found an open box at the store, so we were super thrilled about finding that on sale. But it's made a huge difference in this pretty small living area where we greet most of our guests and we hang out, that we don't have a giant ugly TV box. So it's all about compromise, right? My husband really wanted the big TV and I didn't, but if we were gonna have a TV, I wanted something that was gonna be prettier. Now, this in no way is sponsored by them, so don't get me wrong, but I do love having the frame TV, being able to, actually this is our own picture, but you can have their pictures up on it and it makes what would normally have been a big ugly box on the wall into something that is a little more entertaining. Now, this living room is a lot smaller than our last living room, and so the flat surface rule still has to be coming into play to make sure that this room doesn't quickly become overcluttered. So the clear surface rule basically just means to me that I try to keep the flat surfaces as minimal as possible, but when I do need things like this basket and all the remotes that we need for different things, my chapstick out here, the things that I want, I'm gonna put them in a container or on a tray. So it makes those little things that we all need in our living room that are all important into one thing as opposed to a bunch of tiny small things. So I went ahead and did this because I knew you guys were asking for a walkthrough, but just keep in mind, this is a work in progress. We only moved in about not even a whole month ago, and so things are still being moved around. But on our fireplace behind me, I know you guys have heard me say the 3 or less rule on flat surfaces. It basically means that if you have 3 or less things, it always makes the surface feel less cluttered. But that being said, I don't have any other shelving up here right now. And so this beautiful shelf right here is the only one I have to hold my most precious, most favorite things that are in this house. And so yes, there are more than 3 things on that flat surface. And until we figure out where we really want some more shelving, that's gonna stay there. But honestly, it still isn't that much, right? So if you're like me and you're downsizing, or maybe you're just slowly going through your house and decluttering your flat surfaces, don't freak out if you can't get down to 3. Start with, how can I take away a few things today to make this flat surface feel more open, easier to clean? My favorite thing has always been to hush the room, which is not my idea, but I've really enjoyed using that idea because it just basically means clearing any surface of all the things that are on it and then slowly bringing them back. It helps you to acknowledge, what do I really like in this room and what am I just used to in this room? And so the things that are behind me, I have hushed several times in my old house, and I know that these are gonna stay. I really enjoy looking at them. I just maybe need to find the right place for them. So you guys probably still see Old Faithful behind me is my dining room table that my husband made. And what I will say that I continue to do is try and keep this dining room table, this flat surface, as clear as possible. Every once in a while throwing in some decoration or some flowers, but for the most part keeping it clear, because what I've realized is that when my daughter comes home to do her homework or when we're eating dinner, if we have this as a clear flat surface, we automatically are more drawn to that space, to use it, and we have the opportunity to have a lot more fun in this area if we don't already have to think about, oh, I have to clean it up first, I have to put all these things away. If we're doing that stuff throughout the day, putting the book bag away, picking up our purse off that flat surface, then when those times when we want to play, when we want to eat on the table, we don't have to be overwhelmed by a mass amount of things. This is definitely my favorite room. This is our sunroom, so you can see the little decoration my mother-in-law gave us. It's adorable. But besides this being my sunroom, my reading room, it is also our main entrance that we use. It is around the corner of the house, but it's where we've set up all of our entryway things. And so now I am learning how to organize an entry room when you do not have that beautiful closet that I used to have and I miss so badly. But we still have our shoe bins that we have out that we organize our shoes in. It has worked really, really well over the past several years. There might be some slight changes coming up, but I haven't bought anything yet. But I've realized that having these baskets in our entryway is not as functional when you don't have a closet to kind of shut it and put it away. I would like it to be a little more beautiful, a little more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So things are in the work there. But if you can see behind me, we also have our key hook and we have a place to put our mail. We also have some hooks on the wall like I had at my old house because we want to make sure that in our homes, in our entryways especially, we are easily putting our things up off of the ground. Those jackets, the book bags, our purses, the helmets are up off of the ground, even though we need them all of the time. So we want to keep them in our zone 1 where they have easy access. They're easy for us to see and we can grab them when we walk out the door. We don't want them laying all around this area and easily making this space, which is already pretty small, feel very cluttered. That has to be one of my favorite things that I've learned about decluttering and organizing and minimalism is that it's about having what you need, hence the things behind me, while also realizing that the more we have to organize, the more we have to take care of, and the more things that can easily stress us out if we allow them to. So have a few hooks on your wall by your entryway so that you allow yourself to have a place to put things up. But also realize that if you have an entryway that's constantly cluttered, it's not an organizational problem. It probably just means that you have too many things. Okay, so I just had to turn off the dryer because it was very, very loud. But welcome to my kitchen. This is easily my favorite room in this house because it just functions so well. Whoever designed this kitchen, you're a genius. And thank goodness that you were in here and not me because there's so many countertops for preparing things. There's so many cabinets. Actually, this kitchen has a lot of spaces that I'm not using because I've downsized so much and that feels so good in a kitchen. Where I came from my old kitchen, which was really, really nice. So I'm not knocking it, but it often was really dark. This has 2 windows, so it brings in a lot of that natural light. And there were less flat surfaces to prepare things, and there was a lot less cabinetry. And there was no place to really store our food that was easily accessible. And now this kitchen has made a huge difference. So if you look in this first cabinet right here, you can see I've organized our food, and I absolutely love having a small pantry now. So we have food that all of us enjoy. I haven't labeled anything yet. I'm still kind of feeling it out to see what I like and don't like. And then up here, we have another one, which is amazing. So there's all our baking goods. And then of course, our sweets have to be all the way up at the top. So like I was saying, the cabinets here are awesome. They're much deeper than I had before. These are definitely not original to the 1955 home. I can guarantee you of that. But the cabinets in here have all of my cups and mugs and plates. And what I will say is that I've really enjoyed cooking so much more now that everything is downsized, now that it's easy to reach everything. And so I've actually been enjoying cooking. I've been enjoying having people over to my house because it really shows you that accessibility is extremely important. So over top here, I have all of our baking stuff. These are things that I've had for years now, but all of them fit in the on the 2 shelves right above our oven, which I love. They're super easy to access when you're baking and you can just grab what you need. But the great thing is that I have everything on the bottom 2 shelves, so I don't have to use the top one. I never really understood why there is even a top shelf. I mean, what person could possibly reach that? Unless maybe you're my brother who's like 6'7", but I cannot easily reach that. So I wanted to make sure that everything that I have in my kitchen is accessible again. That's really the key word for today in my kitchen. So that was a really quick walkthrough, but let me know if there's any questions you have about my kitchen, any kind of organization that you'd like to see in my kitchen that I haven't shown you, that I haven't shown you right now. I would love to show you some more, but this is going to be a super long video if I went through every single cabinet. But the big takeaway from my kitchen would be that make things that you need that are most important easy to access, and that clear surfaces matter. It's just like how I don't keep my dining room table full and cluttered. I also don't want any of my flat surfaces to feel cluttered, because that is an automatic trigger to my lovely little brain here that I don't want to be in here. I don't want to work in here. I don't want to make dinner in here or lunch, because it's going to be a headache to have to clean everything up. So cleaning as you go and keeping the flat surfaces as clean as possible, which means for me that I don't keep my toaster out. I don't keep any big appliances out unless there's something that I'm using all of the time. Welcome to my bedroom. Now, this is definitely still a work in progress, because this bedroom is a lot smaller than our last bedroom. And so, yes, the bed does take up basically the whole room. But who has money to buy a brand new mattress when this one is not even a year old? Not me. So this is where it's going to stay. Now, our side tables, I have made some compromises on, because I love the other ones, but they're a little big for this space right now. And so we haven't attached them to the wall. I ended up getting two tiny command strip shelves that go on either side of our bed. I think I'm going to get one more for each of them, just so it's a little bit longer of a shelf for us. But that is to come in the future. Everything comes with time. Don't rush anything as you're thinking about how to organize and declutter your home. You don't need to rush organization, because that's when we all start making mistakes, right? So this is going to work for right at this moment until I find a better solution. As you can see behind us, we actually have a dresser now, which is new. I don't have the beautiful huge closet like I had before. Of course, in 1955 homes, they had a lot less clothes, and so they had a lot less need for huge closets. And so my husband and I have decided that we did need a dresser, but obviously this being a smaller room, we didn't want two big dressers or one big long dresser. It would just take up too much space. And so we went with this one. It is from IKEA, and I've absolutely adored it. We share. So in this dresser, I have this side right here is all my clothes, and then he's got everything over here. Semi-organized, not perfect, but it's still a work in progress for sure. All right, friends, real quick, if you are enjoying this, then please subscribe so that you can get my next video. But also, if you are here decluttering with us, then throw a heart emoji down below, because I think we all love to know that we are not alone. All right, the last little place that I wanted to show you is our bathroom. And so it's kind of hard to bring you in here. It's a much smaller bathroom than our last one, and we only have one bathroom. And so everything had to fit. We are still working out the kinks. I will say that I still use the baskets in the closet. Absolutely love them. I think it's a great idea if you don't know what to do with all of those things like medicine and hair products and our travel stuff. If you don't know what to do with all these things that you like to have in your bathroom, I definitely recommend these baskets. They are from Target. You can still find them there. They still sell them. But I will say that besides that, it does feel kind of cramped in here just with 3 people, but it's definitely manageable and we're making it work. So I'm going to have to just like take you along with me, because it's too small to bring anything else in here. So we have our toothbrushes, we have my makeup stuff, we have all of the basic essentials that we use every day in this cabinet right here. So that has been really helpful actually to have that and to be able to hide it. And then in here on our sink, I try to keep it really clear as much as possible, but I have my face wash we use, and then our little bunny soap. There he is. He falls over now. We've used him too many times, poor guy. But there's our little bunny soap. And then this I actually use for our toilet paper. It doesn't have any in it right now, but that's what I usually use for our toilet paper. And so, yeah, pretty small, pretty tight. There's the dog. He likes to sleep in here because it's cold. And then in here is where you'll find all those extra things that we use all of the time. The previous owner actually did this bathroom, the tiling, and it's really well done. I'm very impressed by his skills But that's where we keep all of our shampoo. So I'm really grateful to have that. And then I put this little knob up there just to hold some extra stuff that we use when we're in the shower. And then when you look in here, you'll see there's my beautiful baskets. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I rant and rave about these baskets. They've worked so well for me. And putting a limit on the things that I can have, because they have this lid, they put a limit on the amount of hair stuff I can have and medicine stuff I can have, because it has to fit inside of the container with the lid all the way down. All right, so I would love to show you some more. There's definitely a little bit more to this home, and a lot of the work has been done outside because, you know, I love gardening. So a lot of the work is out there, but it's raining right now, so I'm not gonna go outside. And so if you have any questions about our home, if there's anything else you want to see, we do have 3 bedrooms here. So there is my daughter's room, and we have a workout room / work room. And then we also have a small utility space with our laundry, which is still going right now. I need to go turn the dryer back on. So I will definitely show you more as the years go, because hopefully we will be here for a very long time. But I am so glad that you have joined me here today. And if you would like to learn more about decluttering, organizing, or minimalism, then please click on the video right here. And I wish you guys the very best.